typically Kevin Hart movies doesn't have good ratings. Nonetheless, I decided to check this one out and actually see would it be any different. So yeah, let's get into the review of his new film right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today for another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the film Fatherhood, which is going to be dropping on Netflix June 18th. Now, I'll be honest, I'll be the first to say that I'm a little over Kevin Hart in regards to his content. Nothing in the media, I don't really care about any of that. But his content, stand up, his films, all of it. I feel like he was just all over the place at one time, like really clicking on all cylinders that it was so much so quickly that I was just like, all right, now I'm over it. And then I kind of lost interest. And I also thought that his jokes wasn't starting to resonate with me as he used to. But I saw this trailer and I was like, yo, this looks interesting. Then it's Kevin Hart and then Lil Rel. And I was like, all right, and I like the premise of this. And I watched it and I have to say that Kevin Hart really showed me something different in this film. He really showed me his versatility in his acting, because I knew for the moment that because of what this film is about and the serious nature that is kind of around, could he be serious or could I see past him being a comedian? And I did, and I think that's what was really important about Lil Rel being in this film, is that he created that balance, because Lil Rel played more of the traditional Kevin Hart person, like the comedic relief and just like the awkwardness in every situation, and we did not really get any of that. I mean, like, I think we got Kevin Hart at his peers the last 5 minutes of the movie, if even that, maybe like 2 minutes of it, and there's an after the credit scene too you want to watch. But other than that, he showed me something really different, and I thought that he put on a really believable emotional performance. But anyway, if you don't know what this film is about, so Kevin Hart wife, she passed away giving birth, and now he is a single dad raising his baby girl and living in a world where no one gives a guy a chance. His friends, his family, his job, no one thinks he can do it, and he wants to not only prove to them wrong, but he also wants to prove to his wife that has passed that he can do this. So we see the two of them really navigating as she grows older instantly. Well, not instantly, but like sooner than I thought she would have. But we see the two of them kind of grow through life, and he's really trying to learn the ins and outs of being a single parent dad. And that also means too, he gets back and tries to get back into the dating world, and you know, the complications with that as well too. So, but yeah, he plays his character Matt. His daughter Maddy. First of all, this little girl Melody Hurd, who plays Maddy, does a fantastic job. She's easily my favorite character and performance of this film. So believable. And I think it's easy because I think she was just truly playing herself. So the dynamics between her and Kevin was really good. And what's also interesting too is that as much as Kevin Hart does stand up and he really aims his jokes towards his kids, I was really looking to see him channel some of that, because I knew he would. He's so natural at doing jokes towards his kid that I thought he was going to do that here, and he didn't. So that's again just how consistent he was in his performance into really not being comedian Kevin Hart, but being actor Kevin Hart in this, and I thought he did a good job. But again, Melody Hurd, who plays this little girl Maddy, fantastic job. But the film, I think, is a little bit longer than I would have enjoyed, but it does really tackle all of the elements in this process. Him being a new dad, the struggles with fitting into society, the family accepting this and looking for change, her going to school, him on his workforce, you know, having to deal with that, the grieving process, the process of moving on. So they hit every knack of this. Which is why I think the runtime went as long as it did. But overall, as body work, I would have wished it would have went just a little bit shorter. And then DeWanda Wise, who plays Lizzie, aka Swan, who becomes his secondary interest after his wife passed. I thought she brought just another element of acting to this film that really caught me by surprise, because as she gets introduced into the film tends to trend towards the conclusion of this film, where we're getting to see more of Maddy and her really becoming her own, but also her being thrown into the picture. She just brought really a strong presence into this as well, so it really made the film coast very strong from beginning to end in regards to performances. But yeah, you know, I was surprised by this film. I don't know how people are going to rate this film, but I will say that I really connected with it. There was times I felt utterly sad because of the circumstances. The performances I was really able to really connect with. Again, Melody Hurd, the little girl Maddy, does a fantastic job. Kevin, I thought, really showed me something different. And then the supporting characters, really, I thought everybody brought their element and their A game in the sense of where they were needed, even in minimal roles, to make this film as enjoyable. So I think what's going to be a surprise is that people are going to be looking at this film thinking it's just going to be an all-out comedic show, and it's not. And I think that's also going to be, you know, because that's the level of expectation with Kevin Hart, and I think that's going to be a wild card factor in how people perceive this film. But I think if you go into this film and you just give Kevin Hart a open chance and just being an actor and not a comedian, I think you might enjoy this a lot more. And even if you don't like Kevin Hart and you kind of overlook him, I still think the film is very solid. So I enjoyed this film. I was surprised by how it was. Again, I think it's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, it's going to be on Netflix, and everybody has Netflix, but it will be on Netflix June 18th. Totally jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about this film. And as always, folks, stay tuned because we got more reviews coming very soon. Thank you for watching, folks.